I know I could
Okay.
turn the settings off. I didn't do all that. I just jumped in there. But go ahead.
He said,
it's part 2. Go ahead on and read the scripture.
Khan, this is 2nd Esdras 2 and verse 9. 2nd Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we know man's judgment is going to be out here, and we also have to learn to maneuver within, like I said, within the frustration of the evil times. Yep.
You gotta go, bro. One of the biggest lessons that we should be learning is how to control and bridle our tongue, man. Mm-hmm. How to bridle our spirit. What did Paul say? I keep under my body and bring it what? Unto subjection. He put the only thing. You want to do this? And say,
in the Spanish for the Latin, it says that he beat him, he beat himself into subjection.
Mm-hmm.
Me golpeo, which is, guess what, man? Sometimes you got to keep yourself from yourself.
Well, he beat himself. That's what Daniel did. The Lord said in Daniel was it there? No, he said from the time that you came. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it. Just put chastise that self. I think it's 10. No, I can't remember. It's in Daniel though. 7, 8, 9. It's one of them chapters. But it said from the time that you put in Daniel in the search engine and words, come for your words, right? From the time that you chasten yourself. Right, because you got to stay on your own self, man. I'm a hothead. A lot of brothers know. First of all, I'm not a hothead. Let me rephrase that. I'm a very calm, mild-mannered, silly, make jokes type of brother. All right, and witty type of brother. Love to have fun. Want to be confident. Brothers who know my inner spirit when I'm in my downtime. I got jokes all day, right? And I'm relaxed all day. Let's go play the piano, cook you some food. That's the kind of guy I am. But one thing I learned about my dad was a quiet man. And I'm not as quiet as my dad was, all right? And my dad was more quiet. But when he's pissed off and he don't say nothing and he gets upset, that's the most dangerous position that he usually in, and he'll go out there and shoot your ass, Now, of course, he's in the spirit world now. But it's a lot of times, and the brother was telling me, the brother who was the center, it's one of the most calmest. When he said, I was like, that's one of the most humblest brothers in the Southern Kingdom. Northern Kingdom. That's one of the most humblest Northern Kingdom brothers I've ever met. And he's an actual trained and really a professional boxer. All right,
Golden Glove champ.
A Golden Glove champ. So he is so chill, just like Malcolm. Malcolm was a black belt with red stripes. He's a black belt with stripes, going toward his red.
Right.
All right. He is a legitimate, bona fide. He's such a black belt. He is actually a referee. He can referee. Okay. And that's his weapon, man. Right. Guess what? He walk around here with the most humblest spirit. Why? Because he know he gonna fuck your ass up.
Right.
And he ain't on that.
He's been there already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And what the first rule in jiu-jitsu is prevent the fight. So say somebody come in ministry, the first thing is, hey bro, we don't want no smoke, we good, man, I'm sorry, my bad, we out of here, back the fuck up. If they press the issue, then we go out the bam. All right? If we know that these energy and these spirits are out here, we, especially men of the Lord that have been training under the elders and the men of the Lord, we should have the spirit to where we have the wherewithal to understand, and like you said, read the room, understand the energy, the spirits, and act accordingly to make sure that there's no problems. If we are hot-headed, not saying the brothers were hot-headed because after he broke it down, they were not hot-headed. They just basically got ambushed for the record. But the same thing, be aware, all right, that this is the times we're living in. Matter of fact, let me hit this real quick. I want you to get that. Matter of fact, before I hit that, hit that real quick because I want that.
This is Daniel 10 and 12. Then he said unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and to chasten thyself.
To do what?
And chasten thyself.
To beat your own ass.
To chasten thyself.
That's what chastise mean, right?
Yep.
To correct.
Before thy power, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words.
So wait a minute. For Daniel was like, Lord, in the name of Ahchyam, let me get myself together. Let me work on me. Forgive me for this. Forgive me that I need to work on me. He was actively working on his own salvation, his own spirit, trying to get better for the Most High. All right. The Lord said, from the moment you did that, Daniel, I'm coming for your words now, because this is the kind of man I want and this is the kind I need, and so forth. You got to chastise yourself. You got to be your own police, man. The Lord says, examine thyself. Prove thine own self. You know, that the Lord tells us to examine yourself. Examine yourself to see if you in the faith, man. Prove your own selves. I got to pull that one up. If you can, pull that one up too.
Okay.
You want to speak a little bit more on that? After that, you got something else?
Yeah, I was gonna get this precept about the next just lot.
Yep.
But like I said, even a couple weeks back, we were downtown. It was Buddy, and he was trying to bait us.
Yeah.
And I told brothers, I'm like, you know, and I was like, it's more important that we're here right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if he does anything, Jake was ready.
Right.
But I said, you know.
Right.
And like I said, sometimes the Lord allows shit. Look, this is GMS Chicago, baby. You know?
You know the Lord has allowed us to put our hands on a couple people in self-defense for the record.
Because we don't pulled up.
Man, and Popo said when Nazariah acted a fool, he said, bro, we know you guys. Yeah. And the only reason why we locked him up because he wouldn't listen. We told him to leave over 3 or 4 times, and he wouldn't listen. He kept going right back and getting in the face and starting shit. And after a while, we had no other choice. Right. But he had no restraint. Every other brother who was all in that same spirit
was gone.
When the Popo said, "Look, stand down, get the fuck up out of here. It's over." What we do? Matter of fact, it was me and Malcolm. Mike Oliver was still the head at the time, but the Lord had set it up to where Malcolm and myself and other head brothers, we were doing the work. So we was like, "Hey, it's done. Shut it down. Well, it's done. Pack up." What did everybody do? Boom, and we started dipping. This nigga, that's the shit that's gonna get motherfuckers killed in that day.
I remember, I always, for some reason, I've always, in my men process, having to run with the Lord for some reason. And I was like, man, Lord, just give me the strength because I had to pick up the sign and run with it. I was like, Lord, just give me the fucking lungs to get the fuck away.
Right.
Because, like I said, the Lord is delivered. The Lord is delivered.
How many gems had the Lord brought us out of?
Ooh, too many to win. That's why when this situation with the belt, I'm like, look, it's a lesson learned, fam. You know. And then I said, you know, and that's what it was because it just, and sometimes the Lord gives you a soft reminder, but hey, something like, hey, look, I need you to address this today. You know, take a note right now. You know,
but see, the Lord, when the Lord wants you to go ahead and kick him ass, which is rare for the record, because matter of fact, the scriptures say the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So the men of the Lord are always coming in a position on trying to be cool, always trying to be all right, always trying to be. Matter of fact, the Lord said, "Blessed are the what? Peacemakers." All right, we're peacemakers, man. All right. The difference is now we don't intervene in certain things in the world because it's none of our motherfucking business. And so let the 2/3 fuck the 2/3 up. Let Esau fuck Esau up.
Right.
Let the heathens deal with the heathens.
They're fighting our cause because all these Second Amendment guys, all they're doing is gonna go what? It's gonna make these departments basically fragment, you know, and come against each other, and that's the Lord's will. How much more we know wickedness? We know what's coming to them. Mm-hmm. We ain't bothered by hey, shit. Look, we got our own assignment to do.
That's it.
You know, we have to be productive in our fruitful works.
That's right.
Of wisdom, of knowledge. Even the situation for a brother that comes across a situation or has been in a situation like that, they'll remember. Con, man, you know, this will be one of them. Hey, I'm gonna send you this video.
Right. Hey, calm your ass down.
Yeah.
Because we're men of the Lord. As a matter of fact, he says, endure your hardness as a soldier of the Most High, right?
That's right.
So if the Lord calls us soldiers,
solitary.
Now, what's the first thing when I saw your eye black? What the first thing I said?
Well, who do I gotta go beat up?
And I did not mince not one word. Who the fuck I need to beat the fuck up? Now, don't mean I'm about to go beat up somebody, all right? Because we don't do that. And I'm saying unless the Lord say so, because we don't. Matter of fact, everything we do is in the spirit and in self-defense when it comes down to altercations, because we ain't on that. Yep. Matter of fact, it's been times that we was about to get to fisticuffs and the person calmed down, and then they came back around and we edified. There's one dude said, "Well, do something. What?" I said, "Man, what? Yeah. Hey, you know me, I'm crazy. I'm like, hey, put the gun right here, nigga. Put it right here, and don't motherfucking miss. Let's go,
right,
nigga."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the dude walked off. It's like, man, fuck y'all,
Yeah.
motherfucker, fuck the fam. We said a little curse on his ass. About 20 minutes later, this motherfucker was like creeping in the back. You know what I'm saying? And came back up and was like, "What the fuck is up, bro?" You know what I'm saying, man? He said, man. And then he came in a more humble spirit. Yeah. And then he was like, I mean, I don't think it was fair, such and such and such. And we said, "No, bro, I asked you what the bam." Yeah. And you said them, so I saw him say. But if you want to know, and then we actually edified him for another 15, 20 minutes or so. And then, you know, then he went on to his madness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spirit that we are in. But also know what the spirit that this world is in. Okay, know the spirit of this world. These niggas and niggerettes want another notch on their belt.
Yep.
All right, they want another badge of so-called fake ass honor. All right,
They need another teardrop tattoo.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? They want to prove to themselves that they're that guy, that dude, that man. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the scripture says, don't be mad that they hate you. It's really me that they hate.
Right.
The spirit that's in us speaks to them demons, bro.
The wisdom of Solomon. Look, when we have no dealing with them, and they sense it, and they look and they bait you because they don't understand. Yeah. Oh, them guys, that talk town to women. Like they ain't nobody doing none of that. Right.
Tell me what to do, motherfucker. Fuck you up.
Right. Like, look, we're waiting for the Lord to redeem us, because that's gonna be the best, the redemption, man.
That's it.
The biggest I told you so includes the guess what? The saving of his men in the wretched condition.
Man, yes. And then we've been telling you before the shit happened. So then when it comes, that's it. And then when the Lord give us power, then we can actually do something. Because right now, I'm not trying to really fight nobody. Because guess what? I don't have no power.
Hey, I'm gonna take one from Milton Harn's the Lag Street Beat video when Gabar was alluding to how, like, in that day, Lord, hey brother, we're peacemakers.
Right. And then
I understood. In my head, it was the whole. I played it all out, both sides, and you know what? And guess what? That's why the Lord is justifying them men.
That's it.
When they exposed the elders' info and shit, put that picture on them. Guess what? None of that failed. The Lord is still motivating that man. He's still doing the videos. And guess what? We have to do the same thing if we consider that us coming from that cloth. We edify, we continue. And guess what? And look, man, Apostle Gabar's famous line, man. The most important of any job is to get to complete it. We want to get to the end date. You know? Lord willing, we guess what? We keep under our body to get there, because Lot did. And this is what happened. This is 2 Peter 2 and verse 6 and 7. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those after that should live ungodly. So guess what? This place has to get that same cleanse because it didn't learn its lesson. It says, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Vexed with what?
Vexed with the filthy conversation
what's
of the
word
wicked.
Conversation?
Their conduct.
Their conduct. That's absolutely right. And a strophe. All right, how they move, how they live, move, and have their being. That means their words, their actions, their thoughts and deeds, all that shit, bro. All right. So now since you said that, let's go into Salakia.
Let me just finish this.
Oh, go ahead.
It says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, seeing and hearing, vexes his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Wait a minute. How often?
Day to day.
Well, so he didn't say a day, then skip a day, then another day.
Day to day.
So then a month went past, then it went back to day, or it just said day to day?
It says day to day.
That means every fucking day.
Yep.
Now, what day have you woke up in this present evil world and not felt some kind of shit somewhere? I can get mad.
The alarm goes up.
I can get mad just at this button. There's a button that Captain Lee, one of the brothers that was, one of the young brothers that was in the camp, that got shot by some gangbangers. And he was picking up his mom from work to run some errands, and they had she worked at the Ford plant, and so they had a Ford, and it was all tinted, dark tints, you can't see in. That Ford Fusion looks a lot like the Volkswagen Jetta. So these gang members thought it was a Jetta and some ops. So they came up, didn't even get a chance to see none of them. They just came right to the car and said, and lit it up, and the brother jumped over to cover his mama to protect his mama, and still both of them got it. You know what I'm saying? All right. If we know this is the world we're living in, all right, why are we amazed at the niggardry of the world?
Oh no, we not. That's why I said there's nothing should take you off your square. I told him, look, I don't put myself even with my deed. You know what I'm saying? Like if I remotely feel like I'm feeling. I'm about to not righteously deal with it, or no, let's not say righteously.
Because I was about to say that's nothing wrong with that.
Let me make that correction.
No, but I understand what you, because
in wisdom.
Well, because right now, what we can and can't do in the side of the Lord is different from what we can do inside of the popo, which is right over here. Okay. Fuck them. But if you, in America, I can't walk up to a homosexual and slay him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. To matter of fact, technically, I really can't go up to any Israelite doing any kind of wisdom and put judgment on them without knowing that it might be a potential altercation. Okay?
Exactly. Exactly. You think you're at your wit's end. What about Buddy that took 7 L's and is getting his child support taken? He's ready damn near to get locked up so he don't have to pay the shit.
And he don't have a clue of why he in and what he in. So he just in the state like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Right, matter of fact, let me get this. This second Ezra 15 and 14, and we're going to wrap it up in a second because I think the point is being pushed. You know, be careful, right? But we're going to get to that in a second. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and with swords in their hands. So Lord said, in the end days, it's going to be a whole bunch of motherfuckers fighting. If we notice, why are we putting ourselves out there? That's why the apostles be like, brother, stop going to the casinos, brother, stop going to the bars, brother, stop going out. You know what I'm saying? Now,
right, because you could be the what is it, the words of the wise. You could be operating, and then somebody from, you know what I'm saying, somebody who ain't got nothing to lose. So the you know, like they'll say, look, hey man, what's out there, you know?
And so be careful where you go and how you deal,
how you operate,
and where you go and what you say. We know we got the Spirit of the Lord, but that don't mean we got to come out of the motherfucker. I got the Lord on my side. You keep fucking with me. No, that's the same spirit they come.
Right.
So then, what did the Lord do?
I got
Lord,
20 brothers will pull up right now. Who's coming? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
who's coming to the Shalom?
Bring the Ahchyam.
I'm sending you location, like Khabib. I'm sending you location.
You know what I'm saying? All right. No, but the thing, that's not what we on. All right, because you know what? When we get in the jam, you know who we call on? Name me how about please get me out of this jam, because right now, if this nigga come 2 more feet, I'm gonna fuck his ass up, and that's not what I'm on. We go to the Lord.
The one time we were hemmed up, all I could do was call on the Lord. Because you know, I'm like, look, that's all we got, and I was with brothers. So you know, we you know, Popo pulled us over. You know, didn't believe how about different minorities are somehow chilling in peace. Checked all our addresses,
and then saw a brother with the Bible. Was
and
that
then,
the time they saw the brother,
that's the time where your car
had the Bible, right? And then the other dude would start letting go. He said, "What you doing? What you doing?" He said,
the one
nigga's telling the truth. He got a Bible in there. He got a bunch of Bibles and garments and.
I'll never forget. It was an Irish looking.
It just got me hot.
Edomitish man. He felt completely convicted once he found the scriptures and the brother's notes. He started unlocking us. The Edomite cop, the dickhead, was like, "Why are you letting him go?" He said, "Look, man, we searched the car, we ain't find none, and because the Edomite cop found the wine. Remember back then we get the Colorado? He said, "Well, they definitely got the communion wine, you know, which we do." You know? Absolutely.
I got my strong right over here. What? Say something.
Right. So when the Irish cop found the brother's notes and stuff, he immediately felt convicted, and he unlatched us. The other cop was salty.
Yeah, right, because he was trying to find something.
And then because they searched. Then the thing is, the brother's book bag was next to the wine, so that's the last place that they had to open.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had to ransack the front. They ransacked the back. They didn't find anything.
They found the Bible.
The Colorado was still closed, so they couldn't say nothing about that. They couldn't say that.
That's right.
And then, like I said, that was us being blameless, and still got hemmed up just because the Lord needed to show us, hey, you know what?
I got you.
I got you both ways, fam.
Right, brother. You're gonna make me emotional, but not you, the Spirit, man. Because if you're really invested all the way in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, bro, He got us, bro. I can tell you
quickly without care,
bro. I can tell you testimonies right now of the Lord doing miracles, man. That my daughter should be dead right now. She should be dead, bro. Okay? I still haven't released the video yet. I did it actually over a month ago. It was just I was so emotional. I've been holding back on it. The Spirit's been pushing me to let it out. But the Lord is putting us in these different jams so we can trust in Him completely. All right? And be balanced in the way we move and have our being down here, knowing the time. Did not just give me that scripture, knowing the time. You got to know what times we're living in. If you see, this is the what you call it, WWE, you know, used to be the WWF, and it's the free for what they call it, the
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumbles. When everybody and their motherfucking mama come into the ring, and they always do like 2 or 3 or 4 at the start, and then they release another batch, then they release another batch. Next thing you know, by the time 10-15 minutes to the Royal Rumble, it's 20 motherfuckers in the ring doing and doing drop kicks, and sometimes they helping, and the ones who was helping out, they fighting, and this shit was crazy. If we know that's indicative of the time that we're living in right now, how are we gonna move? Going back to my spirit, I'm a hothead. When I get really mad, I'm one of those guys that say, don't get that guy mad. Because when he gets mad, I don't give a fuck who you are. Let's go do this. Let's go there. I'm ready to die. I've been ready to die for a long ass time. Fuck this goddamn place. That's the spirit that's on most people now.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck no more. Let me keep reading while you get that. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. These popos gonna get it. Matter of fact, niggas who got a Ford, the Ford Explorer, it's gonna be someone innocent, loosely using that word, who's gonna get got because niggas say, oh, that's the popo. Oh shit, okay, and they're gonna be moving because they're gonna be a target, man. Matter of fact, everybody's gonna be a target. The only people the Lord said that he's going to cover is the righteous men and women of the Most High. And he then said some of y'all going to be martyrs.
Right. He said remnant.
Yes.
And so imagine, remnant. That doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't, when you go into Spanish, it goes into what's left of a great number.
Right. And the majority of Jake is going to be destroyed.
The subtraction. Yep, the subtraction.
Right? And then even out of the ones that are going to be saved, it's going to be a portion of them that go through some shit. So I'm focused. I'm worried about the elect.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what this pep talk is for.
Right.
Whoever can understand that. You know?
Right. Keep under your body. Keep under your mind. Keep under your spirit. Don't be so easily moved and shaken and agitated through the wickedness of this motherfucking world. Yes, you're gonna feel the emotion of the wrong. We are set up that way. All right, we're gonna feel the oppression of the slight that is being given to us. But don't take that shit personal. All right, never take this ministry personal, all right? Because we got a bigger brother who can fight a bigger battle and actually win. We're going to have some L's and we're going to have some W's in dealing with this world, okay? But the Most High got all W's. He ain't got not one L. So put your trust in the Heavenly Father, because he said there's going to be sedition among men. That means they're not going to listen to the law no more. And they're going to invade one another. They're going to be trying to come in motherfuckers' houses. They're about to be, cannibalism is coming back, okay? It's the murder, the death, the killing is going to be on such a high level, we don't have to watch The Purge no more. We in it.
Right,
right?
What is it? It's them presenting you the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because even I had seen an episode, sometimes when I get off work, I'll put on the news. They had that show Blackish where they were promoting the mini purge. So they're presenting to you in various forms. Mm-hmm. So it's not
conditioning you.
Exactly. There you go. Conditioning, because what they're doing is back, let's say some 30 odd years, the thought of a purge or civil unrest was nowhere in these people's thought.
Not like this.
These people were invested in the American dream. People were refinancing. People were buying houses. People were getting their piece of the pie. So now that they're bitterly learning that none of that is legit, that all this shit's a joke, their heart is cold, man.
Yep. Well, the scriptures say the love of many shall wax
cold.
Shall wax cold. All right. That means the majority of people who have been most people on the planet, overwhelming people on the planet, are actually very mild-mannered people.
Yep.
Okay. I'm talking about over 60, 75 percentile. Your assholes, your vicious, violent type of motherfuckers, that's a very small percentage of the mass. Now, I don't know what this percentage, it could be 30, it could be 40%, but I can guarantee you it's not over 50-some%. Otherwise, we will see that the evidence everywhere we go, all right? But you go to certain towns, the murder rate per capita is less than 0.001%. You come to Chicago, shit, it's up.
There's human trafficking. They just found a bitch. Wasn't she? She was tied to a house.
Yeah.
In an abandoned building. Yeah.
And dude said, man, I was walking past, I heard hell. And he stopped and went inside and whatever and found the bitch chained up and shit.
Right. There's more than rape here. There's human trafficking.
Yes, that's right. Not only human trafficking, they raping. That motherfucker, she was there for some time. They didn't say how long, but she was more than a couple of days. She was in there.
Yeah. She said she couldn't tell if it was a week.
Right.
But she said that it was like a Monday, and then they didn't find it. It was like Saturday, Sunday type.
It was almost a week. So it's almost a week. To where she was inside a house, chained up, only getting minimum food, just enough to give her sustenance, and then so he can say, okay, open them motherfucking legs, spread the motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And he raped her repeatedly and did that. Do you know that's the shit that's coming down the pike? And it's gonna be worse than that. Because a lot of these little niggas, they low down. And when I say they low down, bro. They don't really want that puss, they want that asshole, bro. Okay, so you're gonna have
They
gangs.
want that joint butt. They want that prison.
They want the prison butt. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want that anus grip.
Yep. You're right.
You know, now I don't know how all that is. Don't want to know about all that.
Yeah.
But I promise you that when the Lord said that these motherfuckers are about to go act a fool, as I'm reading right here, they will. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Do you know a city is not only America's a city. So they're going to stop international travel and shit. All right? But then guess what? Chicago's a city. But how many cities are in Chicago?
Right.
You got...
you got cities within the city.
Yeah.
You got, because they're these areas like and you can see when you go out like for example Beverly, Chatham, East,
Inglewood.
Like right now we're so east and south that we're damn near in the border with Indiana.
Yeah, no, Indiana's 5 minutes from here.
We go straight
7
that
minutes. 7 minutes tops. Matter of fact, I dropped off the elder right over here because he had to go do something for his family. The other brother, Ash, we kind of tag team helping the elder out. I tagged him and then ended up still going by the elder house because I was going there. That's why I was like, I got you. But he already had the brother to help because he thought he was going to inconvenience me.
Right.
But he didn't know I was straight.
Right.
I was going to get gas right down the street from his house, then go cut over to the expressway, drop off the demon, and continue to do my thing. So it worked out through the spirit, whatever. But we're literally 5-7 minutes from Indiana. But then you call this what's this neighborhood?
This is South Commercial.
South Commercial. That's the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah, this is considered
South Commercial.
South Commercial neighborhood.
Okay,
yeah.
But I know you got Avalon.
That's what I'm saying. Right border with Avalon, which is its own thing.
Okay, right. Avalon is its own neighborhood. They got their own spirit, own vibration. Then matter of fact, but like you said, but even like in the Pullman area, right? You got the Perry Street boys on Perry Block.
Yeah.
And they'll say, nah, we're Perry Street boy, whatever the fuck they do, whatever. And say, we're Perry Street, whatever. And so then the next block, Yale, or the
They're
next
like,
block,
nah,
Harvard.
we
We
Yale,
Whitworth, nigga.
Right,
and
right.
it's like, wait a minute, this the same hood.
Yeah.
And these niggas are fighting on block to block.
Right. It ain't even friends fighting his friends yet, enemies yet, you know?
Right.
But that's only
You're
because
enemies because you're on a different block.
Yeah,
not because y'all had beef.
You're right.
In grammar school, y'all was best motherfucking friends. And now, man, we Perry Street over here. We Perry Street boys.
Right, Little Village, because Little Village is split down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and again, cousins don't even visit each other.
Yep.
You
Because
know?
if you're on one side and they find out that you're dealing with somebody on the other side, on the
get
other
you.
set,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be marked for a target, man.
Yep, because then they know you're bringing either somebody in or somebody that killed one of their friends. You know, because usually it's cousins and generations, man. I was talking to somebody yesterday about the shootings in Little Village. I'm like, it's still the same families that still haven't left that side. It's a poverty of drugs, of poverty, of needs.
You killed my cousin, so I gotta get you back. Okay, he got him back. Well, now you killed my cousin, I gotta get you back. Well, then I gotta get you back. And like Elder Yashwamba, he said, everybody always trying to get their lick back.
Yep.
They're searching for that lick back. I got you.
Yeah.
Looking ass.
Right.
You know
I'm not gonna be the one to take it from you.
Right. That's why sometimes we have to take those licks. That's why I said before we even did it, I'm like, well, you know, either Lord's going to have you fight as a unit to protect yourselves, or he will have you take the L.
Yep.
That's through the spirit. And you have to really watch your spirit on how you move. Sometimes we have the super camp that we used to do downtown, and then somebody try to cost us. We'd be like, sometimes I would say, are you stupid? Do you see how many niggas right here? Yeah. Do you know when this garment come off, it's a done deal?
Right, like you don't give a
don't
fuck
do
who
that,
you
bro.
are, right? Like,
you know what I'm saying? And some of them look and say, you know what? I count that cost.
Right.
Yeah. Then someone was like, man, y'all ain't gonna do shit. Watch the bam. And then once
the garment hits the air,
man, that's it. And we don't ever let the garment hit the air unless they cross the line. They either cross the line, they can put hands on the brother. Sometimes I remember y'all held his one time, held his piece until he was like, man, he said, no, bro, hey, stop, watch, bam. And he just wait. Dude came over him, and soon as all the garments said, I mean, and then it's to the point where y'all got to cost him, and he's sitting there like, okay, that's enough.
Right.
All right, stop. Okay, but I said stop.
He was injured by
you know what I'm saying? And he the main one that's ended it. He need to get a chance, to really get it in. Right. As a matter of fact, I don't ever get a chance. Every time we were in those situations, I would go in and I was like, they all took
for the most part, I round up book bag. Believe you, look, who you telling?
Yeah.
And that's why I tell Jake.
Yeah.
I'm like, if anybody wants a W, so if I ain't taking mine, take a seat, please, you know?
That's it. And even Malcolm was said, I think he laid hands on one person, and because they attacked the brother, he had put the flops on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was like one time. But then you got certain brothers that have been, they're soldiers, bro. And their job standing posts, and that's what they do. Somebody come and start shit, we finish it. Remember the dude, we beat him out of his pants for real. Yeah. We beat his ass for real.
And
showed his ass for real.
Yeah,
and then he came against the cops, and the cops beat his ass. See, trust in the Most High, because if your intention and your spirit is for good and for righteousness, He's going to fix all that.
He'll allow it. There's so many intangibles. I was saying, the brother, there's so many intangibles even when you're prepared. Look at every confident UFC fighter, man. You couldn't tell when Ben Askren was about to get his ass beat that he wasn't about to wrestle this man for 3 rounds. You know, you didn't. You would have never. That's why it's still a meme today, because as prepared as a grappler that he was, he took an unexpected knee, and got blown off the planet.
That's it.
You know, so even it all prepared. The brother jokingly, Jeremiah, one time he told me, he said, look, I wouldn't want to come against you. He said, because the Lord could be with you, He could be with me. It ain't about strength. And I was like, that's very honorable, brother. But Khan, you know,
you talking about the
Murph.
Okay, I thought you said something else.
No, Murph.
No, I thought you said Jeremiah, and that's that one dude who was doing his own thing.
Oh no.
Because you know,
person's not worth mentioning. Man.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to runs with us, man. This is GMS Chicago.
Hey man, but you know what? It's not. This is the How About You Shy show, man.
Yep.
And I don't care what group you claim. As a matter of fact, there was a brother who I dealt with for 4 or 5 years ago, something called me out the blue.
Yeah.
And when I dealt with him before he called me out the blue, reached out through whatever platform, and we had a dialogue. And I was like, no, you need to go to those brothers out in Mississippi. You need to go find you the brothers and go get built up and watch bam. He did that. He called me, let me know, I've been dealing with, I forgot the group here, and it's not GMS, but they follow the same teaching. Perfect. And even some other GMS members that not in their camp anymore, they're teaching together. Which is, the whole point is, they're out there teaching. You don't know what this word, would you speak to people and edify people? We only plant and we only water, all right? I could have planted and watered that seed over 20 years ago for this tree. And now look, the Lord has been having this tree here and bringing it up and taking it down and bringing it up and taking it down. It's not us. Matter of fact, now look, don't you think that tree right there want to be as glorious as these trees? Right. And it's not a damn leaf on the damn thing. All right, of course, it's us American is bullshit, but that's the whole point. We are not responsible for all the glory. We're responsible for just doing what the Lord tells us to do. And that's just why this is a stern, hopefully exhorting message for brethren in the truth to keep your cool. Because this is, matter of fact, I'm gonna read a couple more. It says, this is why you gotta do it. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Did you say the neighborhood or the cities? Yeah. All of them. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith the Most High Power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south and from the east and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. So the Lord said this is His end game, is to turn the kingdoms against each other, to turn the people against each other, and let this be a fucking free-for-all. If that's the spirit of the world, where's the spirit that the men of the Lord should have during this same time? Mind your motherfucking business. Stay your fucking ass at the crib. Fellowship only with the righteous. Okay? Separate yourselves from this wicked earth, man. All right? Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Okay? Keep things in a good balance between Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the brotherhood, and your dealings within the world. Okay? And be mindful of, matter of fact, did you get the ones that knowing the time? We'll end on that. Yeah, we'll end that. We'll end on that. Because you got to know the times that you're living in, man. If you didn't know it was going to be a right, matter of fact, you was telling, matter of fact, you all been uptown for a while, right? You looked at the what's going on in the times, and you know going down there right now is El Sueño.
Yeah, there's a whole festival of demons. I don't want to set my men up. I already know what they want to do.
Well, you know what's going to happen. Somebody goes, and we go, hey, Shalak Rayon. You already know what it is. And then again, of course, we know how to handle ourselves. So it might have just been just like ignore them. We don't know where we said about the bam. But the spirit was like, fuck them. Come out here. Come back to your other spot.
Right. Our shit is education. We don't want likes. We don't want fame. Exactly. We're not baiting people. We're not IUIC, they'll do the events and shit. They damn near have a stand in every, you know what I'm saying?
And the megaphone,
they have a, right,
all that dumbass shit.
right, be at the Bud Billiken Day Parade, nothing but wickedness.
Right.
But they're contributing to the cause, you know. But hey, look, man, we're out here for the men that are gonna receive the message, and even those men,
that's it.
if they accept the message,
That's it.
because through the Spirit, this might not be one of those videos that gets sent to you, you know.
Right.
But if it was, or if it does, it's just a reminder.
That's right. That's it. Right? Keep your decorum, man.
Exactly, and you know, and for everybody, you know, for the people.
Well, just look at an example of Yahweh Shai, man. And this is the Spirit that gave to you. He said, I have power to lift my life up and lay it down.
That's what.
Imagine when they put that crown of thorns on his head, spat on him, hit him, said, bam! Which one hit you, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all the mockery, and this man had all the power right then and there to whoop their ass. But all he did was say nothing. And then had John put it in Revelations. I'm still looking for, can't wait till I get to the motherfuckers who pierce me.
Yep.
I'm gonna get that ass.
Look, I'm gonna give you a vision.
You know what I'm saying?
And in that vision, I need you to write down
Yeah.
that I'm coming for them.
Yes.
That pierced me.
Yes. That's which is reincarnation.
Yep.
And show you that the Most High holds that vendetta if it has not been paid. When you do hurtful things and don't get paid back for it, you will be paid back for it. That's the reason why every man of the Lord should be like, Lord, forgive me,
right,
and endure all the shit we got to go through, because all we're going through is the payback.
And it's merited.
That's it.
What's they say? Well, man, complain. Earn. Like, right. It's like, and then I tell that to certain brothers, when brothers, they want to be like, oh, woe is me, man, my ice cream fell, and then, you know what I'm saying, then my cone fell. And it's like, look, there's some brothers that go through the fucking ring. I'm looking at one exactly and still keep fucking trucking.
Or, hey, you dropped your ice, and it fell, and then my ice cream, the cone, everything. Well, you remember back in the day, you smacked that little kid's one out of his hand?
There you go, right.
So now I smacked it out of yours, giving you the payback.
Right, remember your little cousin?
You know what?
It's the bully?
You're right, Lord.
Yeah.
Fuck that ice cream.
Yeah.
It's my bad. Forgive me.
Yeah, so lucky I almost.
That's what we on. We try to atone and get better and re-examine ourselves to make sure we stay in the faith and be in the faith. All right? And we have a righteous fear that we might not make it.
Yep.
And I really didn't understand that until the apostles would say it over and over again.
Until you're in and
it's like,
you're like,
yeah, Apostle Rama, what the fuck you talking about? You done this, you done that. And in their mind, they're like, well, shit. Because the scriptures say you did all that great shit. And you follow right here toward the end, all that you've done will not be in remembrance. So I'm not resting on the Lord. Well, I did this and I did that. No, because I still got to move. I still got some time.
The Lord's like, did you wake up today?
Right?
Did you eat yesterday?
That's right.
So I'm pretty sure you're hungry today too, my guy.
And hey, that's right. And we still we have to be proven. We have to continue, and we still have more to go. Right? This is not until we're on them chariots, and the Lord says, "Well done." Until then, it's work to be done, and humility to be done.
Yep.
All right. You go ahead and finish that sentence.
This is Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, that now is a high time to awake out of sleep.
High time. That means the most important of all time to wake the fuck up is now.
Right? It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Man, see, if the Lord said, if we were able to have the power to say, Lord, open their eyes, as he opened Elijah's servant eyes, and showed them all the chariots. Yes, I think the other one. And all the chariots that's out here in the sky, protecting us right now. Matter of fact, we can have chariots right here, right here, right here. It can be 10, 15 chariots over us right now. In this little area right here, a chariot can come down to sizes and come expand how they want to expand. What did Elijah tell the servant? He said, hey, there'll be more than they that be with us, than be with them.
Right, and then Yahweh Shai, when he still looked up, he said, you see this Yahweh Shai, the same way he's leaving, the way he's coming back.
So then, if you really trust in the Father and trust in the Spirit, then you can let this shit go. And not take this shit, wear your salvation on your sleeve and be emotional, over-emotional, I say. Because you're going to deal with emotion, Man, that shit kick me off.
Yeah.
Lord, I hate this shit.
They will try it,
and then tell it to the Lord, blow that steam out.
Right.
And then go ahead and keep back on track. But don't get caught up in this mess, because it's a trap. It's Trap City. They say it on the records all the time. It's Trap House, Trap City, Trap Land.
Yeah. It traps you into a system.
and a mentality of I gotta fight, I gotta thug, I gotta gangs, I gotta. Fuck you, man. What the fuck you gonna do, man? You can be the great. Watch this. Mayweather, undefeated. Is there somebody who can whip Mayweather's ass?
The legal system.
Millions.
Right.
Well, no, I'm talking about fisticuffs. His same side. There's niggas in this hood that will Mayweather ass.
Yeah.
All right? It's not about that. It's about the Most High.
Yep.
Who do you serve and what's your focus? The Most High or this fucking world? The Most High or revenge? The scriptures say, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. He will repay.
Right? Touching again, you know, on the Captain Lee situation, you know, he was so blameless. The pastor, he made it a point, because basically, as you know, when Jake show up in the garb, you know, you get phases because, you know, whatever, they know what we own. But the pastor made it a point, and if it was only to mark them men, then so be it. Because the reason I was there is because that was my brother.
That's right.
All them people in there were hypocrites, but even Pastor Porkchop couldn't fucking form the words to speak ill of my brother. You know what he said? Mm-hmm. He said he would always come with me with questions, and he had more answers than I did. And the only thing I could commend him is I told him he should probably get a church, and because that's not only how the brother conducted himself. Because, you know, I didn't want to retouch the situation, but just because that, you know, because that was my brother, because I knew him, he was so blameless. His mother would do charitable work for people in the world. So even then, people can't even form the mouth to say anything bad about the brother. Whether they don't believe, but guess what? The Lord had it where we marked all them people in that church, because he put them on notice that whatever he was on with them guys and learning, I could only commend it. Yeah. I only commended him and offered him an outlet where he could make his own money. You feel me? He's like, I offered him a church, you know?
Because which
was a testimony to his ass, but whatever.
And to show you the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Shai, using Captain Lee, already knowing an answer, come say, so what's reincarnation? Is it reincarnation?
He dealt subtly because that was his elder at some point.
Right, well, that's his people's church.
Yeah.
So he grew up around them, he knew them. Right. And so he dealt with them subtly. Right. Just like when me and Yak went to my childhood church, and Elder Nathaniah, who's in the spirit world now, and Benji, we dealt with them too. We went to the whole church service, and afterwards, they was like, JR, come home. So now he pissed me off. So I didn't say nothing. I wait till afterwards, set his ass up, called him, and was like, what's the name of the Lord? And he's like, he says, the Lord. That's what it says in my book.
Which one are you reading?
Bro, but we started using wisdom and subtly, and as soon as his phone run, but I gotta take this call.
Yeah.
Like real quick. But when you're waiting, but this goes to the what you're saying. When your ways are pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it makes your enemies at peace with you. It makes the heathens at peace with you. You know, the judge. Matter of fact, I remember when I was a young man, this is before the truth. If the Spirit is with you, and the Lord knew where this was going, my life was going to go, the Lord's like, man, if I send his ass to jail right now, which his ass deserved to be underneath the jail, then he you know, this is not the path to have for him. Now, I don't know none of this. That's how cold the Most High is. I don't know none of this. When I went before the judge was like, and this is, I came to court knowing I was about to go to jail, because he said, next time I see you, you got to pay your restitution. You got to pay them people back for all the shit you did, and you're gonna have to have your community service, whatever the fuck this.
Right. The terms of
the terms of my probation. Right. The terms of my probation. And guess what I did? Absolutely nothing, because I was being a nigga. All right, I wasn't trying to be a nigga, just really had the money. And
it's free labor. They know it.
And right.
Like, what the fuck?
And I didn't have the money, didn't have a good job to go ahead and pay the shit back. So I went in there thinking like, I'm about to go to jail. I didn't even care. And on my way to there, I was doing a crossword puzzle on the bus, and the Lord came to me and said, do you want to see how I work? I said, hell yeah. And then he said, and then that was it. He didn't say nothing else. So I was like, went back to my crosswords, you know. Damn near thought it was just me. Man, I tell you, when I walked in the courtroom, I looked this way, looked that way, and I see people moving around, whatever, the people sitting down. I see no judge on the stand. I see people going in and back out of the judge's chamber. And so I stand there for a moment like, getting ready to go find me a seat. Somebody was just coming out of the back chamber, and she'd like one of these numbers, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Why she looking at me? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say nothing like, oh, it's just coincidence, whatever. So I'm sitting there and I'm getting ready to sit down, and she comes all the way from the front to the back. She's like, are you Mr. Such and Such? I'm like, yeah, I'm Mr. Such. She said, come on. I'm like, okay, what you want? And she says, okay, look, the judge said, matter of fact, before I say that, this is what the judge said when he even sentenced me before to the probation. He said, and he's notorious. His name was Judge Strayhorn. He was notorious for being vicious, especially to niggas. He was a nigga, and he was vicious to niggas. But he was cool. He'll give you one chance to follow whatever he say, depending on what you done. And then he said, if you fit this, he'll work with you. If you don't, I'm gonna fuck you. And guess what? Most niggas don't do this. And I'm watching this. I'm seeing this for months going on. And him nigga, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years. Because I told you, Mr. Smith, if I see your face again, I'm going down. And I'm like, oh shit, this the judge I got. Oh my God. Right. And then I still didn't do the shit, right? And so then I should go get this. I'm just knew the hammer's coming. And that's why when I walked in there, and she was like, yeah, come on. I came out, she said, yeah, Mr. Such and such. The judge said, we're going to release you, terminate the probation. You don't have to worry about the repayment back. Just stay out of trouble. Man, I couldn't get the fuck out of there fast enough, man. But it goes to the point. If the Lord is for you, who can be against you? If you're in this truth, the Lord is for you. If you're trying to do the best that you can, the Lord is for you. If you're sincere and you're really, and that's between you and the Lord.
Right.
The Lord says, in my presence or absence, you got to have that relationship with the Most High. And in the outer appearance, you can be a super brother. Yeah. Super is alive with the cape blowing in the wind. But if you go behind those closed doors, like several people, like another brother who's not in our presence anymore, all right, he's been teaching Hebrew class with how much Hebrew he knew.
God knows.
You know what I'm saying? But in absence, he doing a little sneaky shit, smoking squares. For what? All right, doubting the Lord and doing all kind of shit, whatever the fuck was on. But the Lord gave him his walking papers, man. Okay, that's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power. So if you know the times that we're living in, we know in the times, it's high time for salvation, then it's time to really focus on and mature in this faith. Don't follow your emotions. Don't follow the world and the vibration of the world. Keep yours. As a matter of fact, Sirach 2 says, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. The time of trouble, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. But the Lord said he's going to save us out of it. So do not make haste. Do not follow your emotions. Do not try to be carnal. This is the time for ultra spirituality. And may the Most High protect us all, man.
Yes.
And if we do that, then we got it. Some of us might fall by the sword, but look, we can fall by the sword. The Lord going to raise us up.
Right.
All right. And then the ones that the Lord bring through, the Lord's going to bring through, and hopefully the Lord bring us all together and to put a foot in the Esau ass and then bring into the kingdom. The Lord said the saints shall take the kingdom. So we'll take it eventually. All right. So just wait on the Lord. And like David said, wait, I say, on the Lord. All right. And then he's got us, man. Hebrews and Sirach says, who's followed the Lord and he's forsaken.
Right.
Right? So hopefully this has been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakadash. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York and Great Millstone and GMS. Honors to all Ahchyam around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh Yahushua and to sincerity. Shalom and Abba.